Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Average Movie Review Podcast. Um, I wanted to talk about something that I found out. It was a couple of weeks ago. I just never had a chance to talk about it, but there were reports saying that Disney might pretty much get rid of Tron completely after Tron Ares' horrific box office numbers, and not even making back the money that they did. I don't even think they broke even yet. They might break even once it goes global, so I assume like in China and whatnot. But as of right now, they haven't broke even yet, and it's kind of sad to see that, considering Tron is such an amazing, amazing series. Um, I rewatched one and two before Ares, and I have to say, like Legacy was quite possibly or is the best sequel to a film in a very long time. Like the best sequel. There hasn't been a sequel like that in a very long time. Like it's visually for the time when it came out, it's visually amazing. Very very good story. The music, Daft Punk's score in that entire film, you don't get any better than that. Like you really don't. And I think it was hated when it came out, and I have absolutely till this day no idea why, which was really really stupid. I think that's what really killed the series. A lot of people didn't like it, or like there was like some reviews and whatnot. People gave it bad review, like really really stupid. It's one of the most underrated films of our generation, and I just feel like if it was loved back then potentially Ares probably would have never been made. We might have gotten Tron Ascension, which would have continued Flynn and Cora's story, but who knows, right? Like you just never really know. I know the reason why Ascension never got made is because Tomorrowland failed in the box office, and they were like scared that Ascension would also fail again, and they didn't want to invest in that at the moment, which again is so stupid. You take a risk regardless. Like that's the whole point of this business, right? You put out a movie. If it fails, it fails. If it's a hit, it's a hit. But I think there was much, much, much more anticipation and like much more hope for Tron than there probably was for Tomorrowland. Like I don't think anyone cared about that movie, but I'm pretty sure they're like the Tron fans would have came out for Tron Ascension if they had done it correctly, of course, right? Like if they had just continued the story. And I think that's where it kind of fell apart. And I'm not gonna blame Ares that much in the sense that Ares killed the franchise. Jared Leto, people have said he is the franchise killer. Looking back at his performance, I still think his performance was still stoic, and it just didn't really sit well with me. I felt like it could have been much, much better, and the story could have been a little bit better as well. But I think for me personally, like what really killed it is just the execs. Really, like these guys, they're so greedy that they don't give a shit anymore, right? They only look at numbers. And the truth is like these numbers come because of quality. It's not because of quantity, right? It's about how you present your story. Um, the Tron franchise is a very underrated franchise. It's a different type of franchise, but it's a really fun franchise. And Jeff Bridges comes back to this franchise whenever he's called back to it. And I think he really enjoys coming back for this franchise and to do these movies. I think he has a special place in his heart for them. So I genuinely think that this franchise could have succeeded. It could have excelled under proper management. If somebody had just took care of it and invested their time into it, then today we would have had a much better, Tron franchise compared to what we have now. When you look back and you watch Tron 1, like for the time being, the visuals, everything must have been spectacular. People were probably amazed. People were like, "Holy shit, this is incredible! I've never seen something like this." Right? And then we move on to Tron 2, and the story is great. The visuals, again, amazing for the time it came out. The music, the characters, everything was amazing in this film. And I don't know what happened in 2010. I think it was 2010 when it came out. I don't know what happened. People just didn't give a shit, and I honestly like people were just stupid back then. I think like they just didn't appreciate what they had, and I think not appreciating that film and giving it the proper score and not you know, pretty much giving it a chance to really grow really killed that franchise at that point. And the execs not having faith in their directors, in the stories and stuff that they were presenting to them, also killed this franchise. And it's kind of sad because again, this franchise could be so much more. Could be so much more. There's a show Tron Uprising. I haven't watched it. I heard it's really good as well. Like everyone loves the franchise now per se, I guess, right? Back in the day maybe not, but now, and unfortunately now it's pretty much done. Like I don't think we're going to get another Tron film for another 15 years. Maybe unless if somebody reboots the entire series, which sucks because Tron Ares, despite it not being the best of the series, still set up a really good storyline that could really change the Tron franchise, and it could really bring a new perspective on the franchise. And unfortunately, we may never get to see it. I really do hope that the Disney execs get their head out of their asses and start investing back into their films. Disney as a company really needs to invest back into its films. They need to invest back into their directors. They need to actually take care of what they're producing and what they're making instead of just putting shit out just to make money. You already make so much money as it is from your parks, your subscriptions, your all of that other bullshit that you have. You guys own Marvel, one of the most successful franchises in the entire pretty much industry. What more do you need? Right? Like you can spare a few billion or $1 million and in building a brand new franchise and making it your number one franchise if you just invest correctly. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you guys what you guys think. Do you think we'll ever get to see another Tron film? Is Jared Leto the franchise killer? Um, will we ever get to see Tron Ascension? Will we get to see Flynn back? Will we get to see Quora back? Will Daft Punk score the next film? I'd love to hear from from you guys and what your thoughts are on all of that. And catch me on the next one. Have a good one, guys.